Buyers beware, especially if you're in the Chicagoland area. I got this Ford Explorer from the Chevy Web in Oakland, Illinois. And this is a 2020 Ford Explorer. When I got this car, I walked out of there with a warranty. You hear the noise? And yeah, when I start driving, there's a ticking sound. There's nothing on the dashboard. Of course, when my car died on me twice, I had to pay 2 toll fees to get my car back home into a mechanic just to find out what's wrong with it. And of course, my first call after the mechanic was to the dealership. First, let me read you what's wrong with the car after it got looked at from a Ford dealership. This is the paperwork. It reads, there were pre-existing issues and that the power balance with injector has shut off. Verifies the noise from the cylinder 4. It says vehicle needs engine due to internal cylinder failure. Wow. Pre-existing is crazy that I only had the car about 5 months before it started shutting off, which kind of tells me y'all knew that something was wrong with this vehicle, and in my desperate need of a car, you guys sold it to me. I got out of an Uber with 4 kids, 2 car seats, very desperate. My old car was in horrible condition. It was time to trade it in. It was completely paid for. They took it as a down payment and they gave me this. I guess they thought that I wasn't good enough. I had a bad car, so why not give her another bad car? They took advantage of me. They knew something was wrong with this car. This is a 2020 Ford Explorer. I'm only the 3rd owner. There were no accidents. I did a Carfax. I did what I know to do to the best of my ability. After I go to the mechanic, I called the dealership like, hey, this is what's going on. Is there anything you guys can do to help me? Because again, I was offered a warranty. So for about 2 months in February is when I originally called the dealership after I got looked at from the mechanic. I have been trying to talk to the finance person who I originally spoke with and signed my contract of having a warranty and gap insurance with. Yeah, I've been trying to get in contact with him for 2 months. 2 months that he has been giving me the runaround, giving me other sales associates, just letting me leave a voicemail and him just not responding. Finally, after speaking to another finance manager, he calls me back last Friday. He said, we're going to get to the bottom of this. I'm going to have my sales manager call you tomorrow. And if he can't call you tomorrow, he's going to call you Monday, which is this past Monday. He didn't call me. I had to call him again. I call again. Then I get on the line with another finance manager. Finance manager tells me, oh, yeah. And by the way, the first finance person name is Johnny Westbrook. So he tells me, oh, Johnny said that he's been trying to get in contact with you. Where? When? Because I've had the same number for a couple years now. Let me know. Not an email, not a phone call, not a text message that he has sent me. He is lying. And then to make matters worse on his line, he also says that he offered me a warranty. When? Where, sir? He said that he mentioned after he told me that I didn't have a warranty anymore, that he offered me another warranty through the dealership. I said, no, he didn't. He is lying. If I walked out of there expecting to pay $797, which is a lot of money, based on my credit, I get it. If I expected to pay that much walking out of that dealership, you don't think that I would come back in there for another warranty? He said that I wasn't able to come in. Sir, I took an Uber there with 4 kids, 2 car seats the first time I came in. I had nothing. My old car was trashed. I had to tow my car in there. Do you hear what I'm saying? So if I took an Uber there with 4 kids, you don't think I would take another Uber or just drive my car in there to get a warranty? When I thought I already had one? Stop playing with me. He didn't tell me. Ooh, I'm so mad. I am so angry. And then he's on the phone with me. Well, don't get upset with me. Who am I supposed to get upset with? Because Johnny not answering. Johnny hasn't got back to me. You're the only one that's contacting me. Not even the sales manager has contacted me. So this finance manager, his name is Nas. Nas then tells me, oh, well, I'm going to have the sales manager get in contact with you. I'm going to get on top of this and get someone to help you. So then we hang up. About 20 minutes later, a sales rep calls me. Asks me for my social again so he can run my credit. I'm pissed about that, but they run my credit just to not hit me up again. I still had to get back to him. And I said, hey, can I have an update? You just ran my credit again. He says, oh, well, we need $4,000 down this time. What? You didn't took my trade in. You took my last car. Even though it was a piece of crap, you still took it to give me another crappy car. And you telling me that you're going to take this vehicle and I still got to put $4,000 down? Oh, y'all crazy. Y'all done lost it. Can't do nothing to help me out. I don't know what to do at this point. I have 4 children. I'm currently pregnant. Yeah. What am I supposed to do? And then last night, Johnny Westbrook called me back and says, oh, I got your messages. You got my messages from 2 months ago? Because, by the way, I also called the owner, left a message. Still haven't heard back from him. And then I addressed the situation about me getting offered another warranty. He didn't admit to that. But he did admit to the fact that I had a warranty walking out of the dealership. And he claims the bank that's financing me was a GM financing. He claims that they weren't able to approve me for the warranty. So then why would you let me walk out of the dealership if I wasn't approved? You made me sign a contract saying that I had a warranty, and all of a sudden I don't have one. Crazy part is I called GM Financing to figure out what was going on, and maybe I just wasn't understanding something. GM Financing tells me that I never had a warranty. They said that they seen that the application was ran through twice, and neither time did they even put in for a warranty. They said I only have gap insurance. So why didn't you ever give me a warranty? Johnny Westbrook had nothing to say about that. He had nothing to say. It's weird. And the representative through GM Financing also said that they could have offered me a warranty and gap insurance. And if it was a situation where my credit didn't allow me to have both, I could have chose a warranty or gap. He didn't give me a choice. He literally just called me and said, hey, you don't have a warranty, so this is your new payment. Sign this contract. That's all he said. He never gave me a choice. So yeah, I'm glad that if my car gets totaled, I'll be able to cover it. But what about now? You sold me a crappy car. Now I need a warranty. He didn't give me a choice. And the way the conversation ended yesterday was like pretty much, oh well, like this is the situation you're in. You're stuck with this car. You're stuck making the payments every month. We can't help you. But you know what? I'll have my sales manager call you. The same sales manager that was supposed to call me last Saturday or this Monday that still hasn't called me. So apparently he's supposed to call me today. He did not. And it's currently 11:30. Still haven't got a call from them. Yeah, I get it. It's Saturday. But for a person that keeps having the same issue and keeps calling you guys for the past 2 months, it's like they're not giving me the time of day, and they really don't care that I'm having this issue. So to sum it up, if you're in the Chicagoland area, Sheb, Wevy, and Oakline, do not buy from them. They have very bad business. They don't care about you. They just want to sell.